over and above the police, they can contact the OPC, the Police and Crime Commissioner and his or her staff, in order to get the support that they feel they need and wish for, and indeed to have their concerns or indeed plaudits about the policing support they're getting properly expressed. What we'll do, let's just head over the road here, no traffic, and we'll just, if we head down the road right in front of us, we'll just see if we can catch the church in the background.
Yeah, absolutely. That church tower is visible from, you can be in parts of Stratford-upon-Avon and see, be driving towards Warwick, you can see this tower. It's a real landmark. I
was coming in earlier today from the Stratford direction, and it's very visible on the skyline. It's a very distinctive, square tower, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Now we're heading towards Warwick Castle now.
We're going to turn left here.
So we're going to turn left. It's a little walk, I think, isn't it? So, so let's see how we go. If we find that we are getting into traffic noise and the like, then we may well put the camera on pause. Let's see how we go.
I didn't answer all your questions, by the way.
Well, carry on, please. I'll go ahead here because we're just going down a narrower bit, and if I just go here.
So I think what I've said about victims of crime, we've come a long way compared to previous times, but in terms of the other side of victims, people who tragically die on our roads, those who get very seriously injured, we're currently part and parcel, I think, of a big national discussion around whether enough gets done for people who find themselves in those tragic situations. And there are a good number of us out there who believe there is a little bit of an anomaly, in the sense that, without being too controversial, but the government provides PCCs to provide victim care support to those who are victims of crime, but there are anomalies in respect of if you were to die on our roads or if you were to be seriously injured, it doesn't always neatly fall into being a victim of crime. So I'm part of a review group at the moment looking at what we do and how we do it. But I think, broadly speaking, we need to do more to support those families who have lost loved ones, or indeed you've become seriously injured in a catastrophic crash or something like that. Proud to say, in Warwickshire we've got a pilot project on the go at the moment with Break, the road safety charity Break, whereby we do offer specific support, working with Warwickshire Police family liaison officers, but we have an individual from Break who gives that additional emotional support, practical support, just to play some role in trying to get people's lives somewhere back to a normal situation, dare I put it that way.
We were talking just before we started filming over a cup of coffee. In fact, in the very place we're just going past, there's a coincidence. It was in that very place there. We were, and you were saying that this coming Friday, you're going to be walking. No, I beg your pardon, running.
Yes.
With a former Met officer who's now in Lincolnshire, who I think takes the lead for, am I right, leads for NPCC on roads policing matters, or is
crashes,
on fatal crashes. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, we're talking of Andy Cox. Andy, I've been following Andy on social media for a good while now, and I always liked what he was saying about roads policing, road safety issues. He headed up as a detective superintendent in the Met a lot of the Met's response to road safety, roads policing, and anyway, a couple of months ago he announced that he was going to run. Let's turn right here.
We're turning right into Castle Street, and So yes, carry on, please.
That's okay. He was going to run from the site of the believed first ever fatal crash in the UK by the Crystal Palace in South London.
Just starting to rain, so if you want to put your brolly up, that's...
Thank you, Bernard. Yeah, up to the National Arboretum Memorial at Olrowas in Staffordshire. So as soon as he announced, and that he would be supported by another high-profile road safety charity, RoadPeace. But as soon as he announced it and sort of outlined his route, I could see that he was going to come through Warwickshire. So I just dropped him a note to say, yeah, I'd love to run with you when you come through. Well, things have progressed and the man is on the road as we speak. I think he's somewhere around Bedfordshire at the moment.
Well, so my former home county, and so there we are. That's where we're heading. So that's part of the castle there.
That's right. Yeah.
And so you'll be joining him in Warwickshire, which, given that he started at the site of the first ever fatal road accident, I think you said,
yes.
Down in the South London area.
Yes.
And he's heading up to Staffordshire.
Yes.
So he's pretty. By the time he gets here, he'll be roughly 2/3 of the way. I'm going to estimate.
That's about right. Yeah.
So, what, aiming to be there on this coming Sunday, perhaps? So
I think so. Yeah.
something like that.
He's doing about 12 miles a day. Running.
Well, he's doing 12 miles running. Is a half marathon a day.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's not bad at all. So the rain is beginning to set in a little more.
There's some blue sky.
There is some blue sky today. When I set out from near Stratford upon Avon, I honestly thought I was going to spend the whole 12 miles or so walking in. If not torrential rain, certainly heavy rain. It's not been that bad. It's been, 3 hours at least of lovely sunshine, no rain. But then it's got worse, and we're just getting a bit of a. I think the shower will go fairly soon.
I think it will. I think it will.
So we've got. That's clearly not the castle wall that we're walking alongside at the moment, but it's the wall to the castle grounds, I guess.
Yeah, there's a car park behind there.
And and then sort of a tree area. Yeah, watch your footing.
Thank you.
One of the things that struck me with the walks to date, we published the first walk with Sean Sawyer, Chief Constable of Devon and Cornwall. We published that first walk just over the weekend,
Turn it right.
and there were a couple of moments of mild peril, shall we call it?
Yeah.
But I'm very keen that we don't get any extreme peril in these walks. So do watch your footing here.
Yeah, well, thank you. We'll be fine.
So heading down here.
Gets a little bit noisier here, but I'll soon get you into some quiet ground again.
Okay. Now, I was going to wrap up with asking you about the charitable side, but it sort of moves naturally into asking you. I'm asking each of the those that I'm walking with during this policing friendship tour of mine.
Yes.
To nominate a charity.
Yeah.
That we can encourage people to be aware of and hopefully make a donation